Hello everybody and welcome back to my classic USFL franchise with the New Orleans Breakers. We're now in week 5, coming off our loss against the Shreveport Pirates. And that makes us 3-1 on the season. Good, still good enough to lead the division by 1 game over Shreveport and Tampa Bay. Our next game is against the Portland Prowlers, a team we hardly play. Don't play that often just because they're in the other conference. They are led by Patrick Mahomes, though, and they have a 2-2 record so far. So before we start getting ready for this week, let's go ahead and see how the team performed in workouts and in practice. All right, looking at the practice results, our rookie center, our starting center, well, he did have some lethargic workouts, and he lost a little bit of stamina. He did still gain 1 point of overall, getting some gains in pass block and run block finesse, so he's up to 75 overall. We also have a couple of our corners getting a +1 in their overall as well. Corey Trice, first-year guy, got a +2 in man coverage and a +1 in awareness. If you take a look at his history, he's had a pretty decent history in practice, so he's going to be the type of player we want to keep around as he might continue developing. Dean Leonard had good workouts, getting a +1 acceleration. He's up to 95 overall. And so he's had a decent history as well. No major gains, but no losses either. Amari DeMarcado had an elite practice. One of our practice squad running backs got +2 vision and +2 juke move and +1 carry, and that is excellent. He got a +1 in his overall to 71. So he might be the type of player we can consider bringing up to the active roster, especially if we have somebody injured. But he's up to the same rating as Keshawn Vaughn now, so we need to keep an eye on him. If we look at his past, he hasn't had any bad practices or workouts, so his work ethic might be pretty good. We'll have to wait and see there. Travon Walker, our starting defensive end, is at a +2 overall. He's now an 81, as he had good workouts and elite practice. So he got +1 strength, +2 power moves, +2 tackle, +1 play recognition. That is excellent. Good to see that there, as he has star development, and he's only in his 2nd year, and he's already up to an 81. So that is a good sign there as well. We also had Nathan Thomas, our rookie right tackle. He's our backup. He's got bumped up 1 in his overall rating as well, getting pass block and run block power and run block and lead block. And so that brings him up to a 68. We also had Kylan Granson getting +1 in his overall. He's now up to a 70, getting +2 on his catching. So that's a good trait to have for a tight end. He's up to an 80 in his catching. That's actually his first gain, so we'll have to wait and see how what his work ethic's going to look like, since he had a bad practice last week. So he lost 1 point in catching last week, and now he got +2 in catching. So it's a kind of a net gain of 1 in catching over the last couple of weeks. And we also had a couple of our receivers having excellent practices as well. Eric Uzukama got a +1 to 67. He got a +3 in his catching ability. And as we can see here, it looks like he has a good work ethic, because the last 3 practice results all were gains. So we definitely want to keep him around and see how high he can develop. And looking at the overall progress for the Breakers so far this season, we can see Travon Walker leads everybody on the team, gaining +3 overall since the beginning of the season. Of course, getting +2 this past week helps a lot. But it's good to see we had a lot of players that got improvement this week. It's been a little slow going since the beginning of the season. And looking across the USFL, you can see there's about 6 players who've gotten +4 gains since the beginning of the season across the USFL. So I think it was probably our best week of practice so far, and that is good to see there. All right, let's go back in game and start preparing for our matchup against the Portland Prowlers. All right, so it looks like we have a breakout opportunity here from one of our defensive linemen. Let's see who this is. On the D-line, Malcolm Kuntz stood out last game. How are you approaching his development? I'm going to go normal. We're handling it normally and not doing anything special. Just working with him and trying to make him better every day. Get him 1 sack and 2+ tackles for loss to upgrade his dev trait. All right, I guess that's doable. But the good news is the injury report is a lot smaller than it was last week. I believe we had 4 players on the injury report. Now we only have 1, which means we got 3 players back. And one of those players is definitely our running back, our starting running back, James Conner. So good to have him back. Eckler's not a bad backup to have, but we did have to run him more than what we are used to. We probably don't need 4 halfbacks on the active roster. Mercado, though, is probably the one we want to keep on the active roster, just because of what we saw from his development, and we don't want to risk losing him. But I'm not even sure if we can bring Keyshawn Vaughn to the practice squad. I'm not sure if he's eligible. Let's see if he's eligible. Yeah, he's not. But first, let's see what position we need to increase on the active roster before we, think about releasing players or bringing them back to the practice squad. Looking at the practice squad, we do have 4 corners on the practice squad, which we don't need. And I'm not exactly enthused about the outside linebacker position, particularly the right side. I'll go ahead and see if there's a free agent we can sign that's at least practice squad eligible. See if we can improve a little bit at that position. I'd like to find a guy who's a scheme fit if possible. And Cam Jones looks like he kind of fits there. He's a young guy who can improve. We'll sign him to the practice squad. All right, and I guess we had a spot open on the practice squad, so we don't have to drop anybody. So that's a good thing. All right, so now let's go ahead and preview the Prowlers. As I mentioned, they are led by Patrick Mahomes. They have a pretty talented roster. They are rated higher than we are. So let's go ahead and take a look at them. As I mentioned, Patrick Mahomes is by far their best player, 99 overall. They do have a couple of elite players in the secondary in Denzel Ward and Derwin James at the corner and safety positions. Actually, their next couple of best players up on defense as well, and C.J. Mosley at linebacker and Daniel Hunter on a defensive line. So they have some pretty good players, especially on defense, but Mahomes doesn't seem to have much help on offense, as their next best player on offense is Juszczyk, the fullback. And then after that, even they have Chris Godwin, who's pretty good. But it's kind of a drop off after that. Let's see if we can take a quick look at the recent games by the Prowlers. As you can see here, their offense is rated at 84 and their defense is at 88. Both of them higher than ours, than our ratings. Let's see if we can go to team schedule here, and let's go to Prowlers. They lost last week to the Sacramento Surge, who is undefeated, I believe. They did beat the Shreveport Pirates, a team we were not able to beat. They beat the Pirates 31-23 in Shreveport. They beat the Montreal Machine before that, and they lost a close one to the Baltimore Brigade to open up the season. So we'll see how we can do this week against the Prowlers. We are playing in Portland, so it is a road game for us. I'm not going to do any contract negotiations right now. Let's go ahead and go in game and see if we can get back on a winning track. All right, it's an evening game as the Breakers are going to kick it off. And the kick is going to be returned to the 29-yard line as Patrick Mahomes comes onto the field. This is the first time the Breakers play the Prowlers in this franchise. And this is a Monday night game. Prowlers starting out at the 29-yard line. Mahomes starts out in the shotgun. Mahomes throws a quick throw, and it is caught for 7 yards. The 7-yard gain. And a missed tackle there for the Breakers as Brooks gets 10 yards. Breakers are blitzing, but Mahomes gets the throw off and completes it for 8 yards. It's going to be second down and 2. So a little bit of play action there by Mahomes, and he completes it to the 42-yard line. That is Tony with the catch and the first down for Portland. And there's a contested catch there. And that goes for 8 yards as well. A lot of 8-yard gains for the Portland Prowlers to start off. Second down and 2. And another throw for a completion by Mahomes. That is Woods this time with the catch, and that's going to be a first down once again for Portland. Mahomes rolls out to his right, but throws back to the left, and it's still caught for 7 yards. Be second down and 3. Mahomes hands it off to number 44, and he gets to the 3-yard line. That is just kicked the fullback. It's a little bit of a wrinkle there by Portland. And Mahomes throws it in the end zone for a touchdown. That is Bowers, the tight end. And Portland scores on their first drive. And the extra point is up and good. And so the Prowlers go up 7-0. Stroud threw his first interception of the season last week. Stroud in the shotgun on that first play from scrimmage. And Stroud completes it. That goes for 7 yards. And that is James Conner, who's back from injury. He's been out for the last few weeks. And he gets the first down. Stroud throws it over the middle to Olave, and he almost catches the tip ball, but it falls incomplete. And that's going to be 2nd down and 10. Connor gets the pitch, but he's going to lose a yard. It's going to be 3rd down and 11. And Stroud completes it. That's going to be a 1st down all the way to the 41-yard line. I couldn't tell who that was, number 49. That has to be one of the backup tight ends. Connor goes in motion. And that is complete to Olave, I believe. It is. And he's down to the 28-yard line. And Olave could not hang on to it that time. It is incomplete. 2nd down and 10. And that was the first carry for Eckler. He only gets a yard. 3rd down and 9. Stroud scrambles to the right side, but he has to get rid of it, as Portland was putting on some pressure. And so we'll have a field goal attempt here. This will be a 45-yard field goal attempt. And it is good. Lutz kicks it through, and it is now 7-3 Portland. And that is trouble. And number 28 for the Breakers saved a touchdown there, as the Prowlers will take over at the 34-yard line. Quick throw to the outside as the Prowlers run an RPO type play. And that's a first down. That's one of those quick passes there. It only goes for a yard. And that is Tony who caught the throw, and he's going to the locker room. Second down and 9. Mahomes has to get rid of it, but it is incomplete. As Chart took a pretty big hit there. Third down and 9 now. And that is broken up. And so the Breakers defense gets a stop on the Prowlers' second drive, forcing a punt. And that's going to go out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So Breakers starting out with lousy field position here. Connor fumbles the ball. And the Prowlers recover. And they're going to have the ball at the 2-yard line. Not a good way to come back from injury there for Connor. So first down and goal at the 2-yard line. And that is stuffed as Jones was waiting for the handoff. Mahomes in the shotgun. And he throws it as an easy pitch and catch there. As Robert Woods catches it. And Portland scores their second touchdown of the quarter. And it is now 14-3. It's going to be third down and 15 now. And that is intercepted. Number 33. And he's down at the 17-yard line. And it looks like an offensive lineman is down for the Prowlers. That looks like some sort of leg injury. That is Fisher going to the locker room. So Breakers start off with the ball at the 17-yard line. Quick throw to Brian Thomas Jr. is caught, and that's going to make it first down and goal for the Breakers. Stroud's got to scramble, and he's going to go into the end zone easily for a touchdown. And so the Breakers able to take advantage of the interception. Let's on for the extra point. So it's going to be third down and 1. Quick throw to the outside, but nice tackle, open field tackle there. That is number 33 once again with the big play. And Portland's going to go for it here on 4th and 2. It is a very aggressive move here. And the Breakers stop him. So Portland takes a big risk there. And looks like they were going to get it. And it was good open field tackling by the Breakers defense. So pistol formation for the Breakers here to start out with as Connor gets the handoff. And he's still running. He's still 30, 20, 10. He's going to score. And just like that, the Breakers take the lead. James Connor making up for the earlier fumble. Takes it to the house. That was a 45-yard run for a touchdown. As Lutz kicks the extra point through, and it is now 17-14. They call it a 51-yard touchdown. And that is broken up. Incomplete. It is going to be 3rd down and 10 now. And that is caught. That is number 2 for the Prowlers. I didn't catch his name on who that was. But that is a big first down for Portland. And that is number 2, Woods, once again. And that's a 7th catch of the half. And that is caught. That is more this time, down at the 10-yard line. Plenty of time left for Portland to score here. And that is complete and out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Portland's going to go to jumbo formation here. And Brooks nears the end zone, but they can say he got in. Touchdown, Portland. Extra point is good. It is 21-17. Portland, as the Prowlers take the lead back. And that is fumbled. And the Breakers luckily fell on it, as that would have been disastrous. And Connor gets 2 yards as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Open is Connor. He gets about 5 yards. This can be 3rd down and 4 yards to go. Stroud throws it. It's complete. That is Brian Thomas Jr. He's all the way down to the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Breakers. Stroud in the shotgun. Stroud throws it to Connor in the flat, and he gets it to the 2-yard line. Stroud in the shotgun once again. He throws the end zone wide open as Brian Thomas Jr., and that's going to be a Breakers touchdown. And Breakers are going to take the lead once again. And the kick is through. It is 24-21 New Orleans. Brooks gets the handoff. He makes one guy miss and he gets 4 yards. Be 2nd down and 6. Brooks up the middle, takes it all the way to the 41-yard line, and that's going to be a Portland 1st down. Quick throw to the outside by Mahomes. And I believe that was Woods who made the catch. Only a 2-yard gain, 2nd down and 8. Throw to the outside is complete. Be a 4-yard gain. So it's going to be 3rd down and 4 now for Portland. That's caught by number 81 all the way down to the 38-yard line. That is Palmer. And there's a Breaker down on the field. So it's another 1st down for Portland. Mahomes throws it. That's Palmer once again. And another Portland 1st down. And that is caught once again down to the 12-yard line. Portland moving the ball at will on this drive. Mahomes dumps it off to Bowers. And that's down to the 3-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 1. Holmes throws it in the end zone. It is dropped by Palmer. So it's going to be 3rd down and 1. To the end zone. And a diving catch is made there. And that is a touchdown. That is Bowers. That was a perfect throw by Mahomes. It was actually led him a little bit too much, and the Bowers needed to make a diving catch there. So it is 24-28 now. First down for the Breakers. And that's caught by Juwan Johnson. He's going to score. Juwan Johnson. And that's another big play for the Breakers offense. And the Breakers take the lead once again. And it is now 31-28. And that is broken up there. It's going to be 3rd down and 4. Mahomes completes it to number 30, who has plenty of room to run after the catch, and he's down all the way to the 17-yard line. So first down for Portland at the 17-yard line. Mahomes hits Bowers once again. That's a 5-yard gain. And Brooks gets about 3 yards. That's going to make it 3rd down and 2. And Mahomes hits Jordan for the first down. It's going to be 1st down and goal for Portland at the 2-yard line. Portland getting many 3rd down conversions on this drive. And that's going to be I guess he dropped it. It's going to be 2nd down and goal. High formation for Portland. Brooks takes the pitch, and he cannot get to the outside. He's going to lose 5 yards. Big play here. It's 3rd down and goal at the 7-yard line now. And that is caught for a touchdown. That is Woods with the catch for the Prowlers. And we have yet another lead change. And it is good. It is now 35-31. Stroud throws it to Eckler, but he's not able to get anything as he was too close to the sidelines. It's going to be 2nd down and 11. Stroud going to get sacked, and he fumbled once again, but Eckler was able to fall on it. That is a 6th sack for Portland. So it's now 3rd down and a long 23 yards to go for New Orleans. Play action by Stroud, and that is going to be picked off. That is going to be picked off by number 34. He might take it all the way, and he does. And that's probably going to do it for the Breakers. Cole Bishop with the pick 6. And that was an ill-advised throw by Stroud there. And that's going to do it. Portland's going to win this 42-31. A game completely different than last week, as this one had a lot of points scored. The Breakers lose 42-31 in a high scoring game here. It is just so hard to win on the road. Looking at the stats, Stroud with an okay day. He completed 65% of his throws. He did have the interception late that went for a touchdown. Patrick Mahomes came back with a vengeance after throwing 2 early interceptions, ending up with a 75% completion percentage and 4 touchdowns. Jonathan Brooks, the Breakers were able to keep him in check pretty much. James Conner, he had a costly fumble early in the game, of course, that gave Portland the ball at the 2-yard line. But he did manage to make some yardage after that, including a 51-yard touchdown soon after. The Breakers offense was able to get some big plays, but the big tight end for Portland, the rookie tight end Brock Bowers, had 9 catches for 79 yards, and so did Robert Woods. So those 2 players, if you want to include Joshua Palmer, those 3 players just killed the Breakers, and the Breakers weren't able to get off the field much of the game. Of course, defensively, Portland was able to get a total of 6 sacks on the Breakers, and I don't think the Breakers had a single sack. So that was another big difference in the game. Breakers only going 3 for 12 on 3rd down. That kind of killed them as well. The turnover differential ended up being even, both teams with 2 turnovers. So the Breakers suffer their 2nd consecutive loss, unfortunately. That's going to drop the Breakers to 3-2. Let's see if we get our ability upgrade for our defensive tackle. I have a feeling we did not, though. Really thought that last game was a sign of things to come from Malcolm Kuntz, but he had trouble making an impact. It happens. The better he plays, the more attention he's going to command up front. That's a good learning experience for him. So we did not get a dev upgrade, unfortunately. So Portland improves to 3-2. Breakers drop to 3-2. Hopefully, we can break our losing streak next week as we play division foe, the Tampa Bay Bandits, next week in what will be an important divisional game. So with that, I'm going to end the video here. Be sure and look out for more live streams featuring USFL games in this franchise. Be sure and like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.